Hello, my name is Joshua Knight, and this presentation is for pre-K families to explain phonological and phonemic awareness. So the first thing I'm going to discuss is the definitions of phonological and phonemic awareness. Phonological awareness is a comprehensive skill that includes classifying and working with units of oral language. This includes words, syllables, and onsets and rhymes. Phonemic awareness is the ability to recognize, ponder, and manipulate sounds in spoken speech. Next, we will discuss the explanation of how phonological and phonemic awareness relates to literacy development in young children. Phonological awareness relates to literacy development because it is strongly linked to early reading and spelling success through its association with phonics. It is a focus of literacy teaching, incorporating, recognizing phonological patterns such as rhyme and alliteration. Phonemic awareness relates to literacy development because it requires readers to notice how letters represent sounds. It primes readers for print. It gives readers a way to approach sounding out and reading new words. The next thing I will be discussing is the description of how early reading development is related to early literacy skills. Early reading development is related to early literacy skills by introducing children to read early on and excel in school compared to children who are not exposed to language and books at a young age. Print concepts relate to early literacy skills by helping students understand that print is organized in a particular way and print is read from left to right and top to bottom. Letter naming relate to early literacy skills by helping children to remember the forms of written words and their ability to treat words as sequences of letters. Vocabulary relates to early literacy skills by helping children learn the meanings of most words indirectly through everyday experiences with oral and written language. Phonological awareness relates to early literacy standards by facilitating the development of vocabulary and word consciousness. Listening relates to early literacy skills by enabling children to develop vocabulary, comprehension, and language skills. Speaking relates to early literacy skills by being a form of communicating, laying the foundation of skills in which literacy is built. And comprehension relates to early literacy skills by providing the foundation for further learning as well as provide basic reading skills. So the next thing I will be talking about is I will be giving an example of a small group activity for each of these. So, letter naming. An example of a small group activity for that would be letter/sound recognition, as well as matching uppercase and lowercase letters. This activity can be modified to teach students with exceptional needs by teaching letter-sound correspondence, by presenting the letter and modeling the sound. Vocabulary. An example of a small group activity for that could be I Spy, which is giving students a list of words to search for in a text or have them find unfamiliar words. This activity can be modified to teach students with exceptional needs by using games to teach English vocabulary to students who have special abilities. Phonological awareness. An example of a small group activity for that would be sorting objects or pictures by the initial or final sounds. The activity can be modified to teach students with exceptional needs by teaching the children to manipulate sounds in the language. Listening. An example of a small group activity for that could be partner practice. This is where the students will partner up and sit back to back. One student will have a paper with a simple image. He or she will describe the image to his or her partner using simple steps. The partner will draw the image as it is described. The activity will help teach students with exceptional needs by providing visuals on the board, as well as give explanations in small, distinct steps. Speaking. An example of a small group activity for that could be show and tell. Students can be asked to bring to school an object to show and tell about. The activity will help teach students with exceptional needs by providing structured opportunities for students to participate in social interactions. Comprehension. An example of a small group activity for that could be book discussions during small groups or guided reading practice. The activity will help teach students with exceptional needs by asking questions that require a short response or open-ended questions that require an immediate response. Last, print concepts. An example of a small group activity for that could be having a child draw a picture that tells a story. The activity will help teach students with exceptional needs by dictating the words that go with the pictures. I hope you learned something from my presentation on phonological and phonemic awareness. Thank you.